Well, you may ask yourself, what could he possibly review today that he hasn't reviewed before? So what completely out of character, out of bizarreness item could he possibly drag out to show us today? This is the bloke who usually reviews Lego, occasionally does Let's Plays, occasionally he dares to show his face in a vlog. Might be a new term there, might not. But today, just for the hell of it, I'm reviewing a halogen heater. And by that I mean I'm doing an unboxing first, and then I'm going to actually give it a try. So, without any further ado, as you can see, Benross is the make and model. I've had this heater before. The problem I've had with it is that the bars tend to go. Okay, central bar and the one I've already got is still working. Top bar's gone, middle bar's still working, bottom bar gone. Why has it gone? I don't know. It's just bust, knackered, buggered, gone, kaput. So I got myself a new one because winter is coming and it's getting very cold and I can't afford the central heating gas bill all the time. Thank you very much. So we've got a 1200 watt halogen heater. I would have simply replaced the bulbs on the old one, but apparently you can't do that. At least according to the woman in the shop. So you have to buy an entire new one once all the bulbs have gone. So let's see, we've got 3 heat settings, 70 degrees oscillation, safety tilt cutout, and carry handle. And various things such as the specifications. We'll repeat it then in the power requirements. Item numbers, exactly the same as what's in the front, and then just some generic blub features. Easy and simple to assemble, portable and easy to move, 3 heat setting power, safety tilt, yes, all the stuff from before. This halogen heater is designed to give long-lasting, fast heating to your home without taking up all your living space. And that's true. Like I said, I've got one of these before, it's buggered up now, but it did provide instant heat. The main beauty of this system is that it will give you as much heat as you really need really quickly. So once you've actually got yourself comfortable, you see as he's started opening up just for the sheer hell of it. Once you've got yourself comfortable, you can turn it off. Okay. You can simply turn it off and bask in the comfort of the heat you already generated. It never gets cold again. Then you can either turn it back on or do something sensible like put on a jumper. So as you can see, the usual bit of polystyrene and plastic covering and instructions, which I think we can all agree with. Well, you don't need to look at that. Well, actually, you'd be wrong, we do. There you go. Seen one set of instructions, you've seen them all, and this is literally just, if we can ever open it up, just 2-sided stuff. So it's got instructions on how to wire, but as you might be able to see, it's already pre-wired. That's the base unit, because I'm all about the base, no heating. And then we've got the actual unit itself, which, this unit is all grey for the most part. I think my last one was a combination of grey and white, but never you mind, makes no real difference there. We'll just hold that up so you can take a good look at the grill structure. Don't use this for trying to cook food on, because it won't work. Well, it might work, but you'd probably either burn your house down or get a case of food poisoning. Either way, not recommended. And then, of course, there's the old-fashioned plug, the standard UK 3-pin connector. For those of you outside of the UK who might be wondering what all that stands for, well, take a look at that. That tells you everything you might need to know. Or care to know. Or didn't care to know. Anyhow, off we go. Alright, so there's obviously something to screw in by the looks of it. Yep, so this section here, there's screws here and here, or screw holes here and here, and those go in there and there, just like that. And here we are, that's the actual screw attachments. I'm going to assume the camera can see what I'm doing, but I'm just going to stand up and check the camera in here. Oh yes, I'm fighting the autofocus. There we go, there's one, I've dropped the other one. Never mind though. Flathead connectors for the win. And as we can see, that needs to go like that, but first of all, that needs to go through here, like so. I probably should have unfastened it really. I've no idea if you can actually see what I'm looking at the moment, because the camera's all the way up there and I'm all the way down here. Let's just turn this like that. And there we go. Just like that. That's semi-connected. Drop that in like that. Drop that in like that. And we'll put this down here. And we'll do the fastening up routine. I like how they're made out of plastic, but also gave you the option to tighten it by fingers, and that's probably as tight as I can get it by hand. If I try to tighten it anymore with this, I'm going to end up tearing it apart. But no matter. And then you just feed that through like that, and that's all set up. You could, of course, presumably wrap it around a few times, but I think that would be a bit risky. Alright, so there we go. That's it all assembled. Unlike the Avengers. Right, so you're probably wondering what the options are here. We have a power button here. We have one of the extra heating elements, and then another extra heating element, and then the option to turn it around. And that just basically means it turns slowly to one side. I'm going to set this up. I'm going to make sure it fed through nicely like that. And I'm going to try plugging it in. Slight flaw with my plan here. I might have to reposition things because I don't have enough cable to actually reach the socket. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Ah, the joys of doing everything completely on the fly. Just as like what I'm doing here. Alright, now the main problem with this thing is, of course, it's got a built-in tilt feature, so if you tilt it, it turns itself off. That's a safety feature, quite a good safety feature, because you don't want your house burning down now, do you? Do you? If you do, get a little bit of help, because that sounds like you've got problems there. Anyhow, we'll turn that on, and as you can see straight off, we have light. And just to prove the tilt feature works, if I turn it like that, it's off. And it's on. And if I do that, it's off. And then it's on again. Ooh, hang on. Oh, yes, that's definitely the smell of burning dust. You can't smell it, obviously, because this is the internet and we don't have smell-o-vision on the net yet. Yet. You never know what Google's up to. But, yes. Even though it's been in storage inside a box and so on for God knows how long, there's definitely some dust settled on the unit. And just to take a look here, I'll just put the turn in motion on here. I can only see one bulb on, which means neither of these buttons have been depressed. But that turns quite nicely. What I can tell you straight off is, just from here alone, I can feel the heat at a just bearable temperature. If I put my hand any closer, then I do start to feel, just with one bar on, that I'm going to end up doing myself some harm if I get it any closer. So yeah, it does give off quite a good deal of heat. Now you don't have to use the turning feature, because the thing about heat is heat travels anyhow. But what the hey, if you're wanting to get the heat of a large room, you're probably going to need the turning feature. And just to see what happens here. That's the top light on. That's the bottom light on. I don't think that's going to make any difference whatsoever as far as the camera's concerned. But I'll just quickly. Oh yeah, I think I can just about see the difference. Let's just angle myself like that. Yeah, oh yes, you can definitely see the difference in the way the beam of heat just comes out. In fact, let's just turn this on and just see how much of a difference that makes when I... Oh yeah! Yeah, that's a damn sight hotter. I definitely feel like my skin's going to start melting. So yeah, again, just to show the tilt feature, stops working. Uh-oh. Yeah, you have to be a little careful with the cable, because if the cable does get caught under the plastic base unit, even though it does have its own nice little protective cut-out section, if it does get caught under the rest of it, the tilt feature turns on automatically. So there you go, it is quite a safe device. It even gives you a nice warning message on the front saying do not cover. And I don't know if it will actually cut out if you cover it, but I'm not going to try that one. Anyhow, like I said before, I have had one of these before. With the exception of the bulbs being impossible to replace, they're quite a good unit. So if you could see one of these and you want to try to reduce your heating bill a little bit, especially if you live by yourself like I do, it's a good investment. It's definitely something that will help keep you warm, even with just one bar on. One bar is really all you need. Well, on that note, I'll say toodle bip. Toodle bip.